Singhal sir, I just want to know that when the students, look for admission in engineering disciplines, they have the preference today outrightly only for computer-based branches like computer science and engineering or information technology. While we know it very clearly that the core branches like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, or for that matter even the civil engineering, they form the part of the infrastructure or the manufacturing hub for any nation. While the software tools or the digital techniques, they help towards the solving some of the manufacturing issues. So how exactly you would like to put across this to our students that only the information technology alone may not be sufficient for taking the economy or wealth of a nation or individual?
So my view around that revolves on the readiness of the workforce, today's workforce, the millennials, the new age which is coming up, and their interest. So if we look at the industry is built around a core, and that's why that is called core, and core has to grow. And then there is an intelligence which is added upon the core, which is further getting analyzed, and then when it goes into apps and applications, the data analytics can happen and they can give some good results. But to have that data, we need the processes, and to have the processes, we can never, and I'm talking about the industries, will never be able to compromise with the cores. The technology in the core will continue to increase. Actually, I urge the students of today, the engineers who will be coming up tomorrow, also to invest their time and efforts in becoming more innovative, how they can strengthen the core, how they can actually be more innovative in developing solutions which are much faster. And with the help of IT and automation, they can further go in analytics, the apps, and the data coming in as a fuel for helping the core to become much more strong. So that is what my view is. It is only about white collar and a different kind of job which people think about. The way people look at, the students look at, is about how industry treats different people from different backgrounds coming in, but we treat them equally. They are both important and they are both the future for us.
Good. But you see, the inferences drawn by the students are from the jobs which are available. For example, the campus placements, if we look at them, the majority of the companies which visit the campuses today, they are having the background of IT. Whether it is TCS or it is Capgemini or it is Cognizant or it is Accenture or Wipro, maybe their students might be working on areas of projects which relate to core. But when they pick up the students, the questions asked, the questionnaire which is given to them will all dependent on the digital technology or the computer based subjects. So how do we convince that student that without core, nothing is going to move forward? The software tools are going to be only the tools for solving some of the core problems.
So I would like to address it in one way. Like when you're talking about, the first point was when companies come in, they're more IT and CS oriented. Obviously they are today, because that is where the mass recruiting is happening. That does not mean that the recruitment at the core level has gone down. If you have a candid look, even the recruitment at the core level for the manufacturing plants, they are increasing. Because look at the schemes which government has launched, India for India, one of the major initiatives, manufacturing, make in India. If we can't make in India, how will we digitize it? So we have to, first of all, invest into manufacturing, invest into processes, which needs manufacturing plants to come to India, and they are coming. Look at most of the global manufacturers are now coming and investing into country. Don't they need people who can start up their plants, who can maintain their plants, and who can run their machineries? They need, and that is what we are talking about, the core. So that is expanding, that is anyway going in. It's only where the maximum bigger percentage is going in. That is toward the CS and IT, but our core is there, and that is expanding. The second question is, what is the message to the students? How they should be looking at it? They should be looking at, it's long-term view. One is a very short-term view, and a short-term view is always short-term. Have a slightly longer-term view. Think about what you would like to do. Whether it is core or whether it is IT or CS, what would you like to do? What is your strength? Play around your strength. The biggest thing is, if you're able to do what you want to do, you will love doing that. Absolutely. And once you do that and you start loving it, nothing like it. Some people who are into infrastructure, look at the investment which is happening in airports, transportation. This segment is growing maximum in the country today. Don't they need civil engineers?
Yeah.
Don't they need mechanical engineers? A lot of them, structural engineers. Why are we not looking at that? Probably artificial intelligence can help them for certain
But it
extent.
cannot replace them.
It cannot replace them, rather they are still needed. All the drawings, design, secretaries have to be done by the people. Stay in India. That is the message which I would like to give to young engineers. Stay in India, invest in India, we have a future. And I see India as the hub where the core engineers from around the world would love to come and work for, because India is growing and India is
So that needs some kind of a paradigm shift among the students, That's what it looks like. The way they perceive today, it's not the fact. The fact is that we still today we have to move forward towards the core engineering supported by IT.
Yes, I
computer
agree.
science.
I completely agree. And students, this is a message for you guys. Core has to stay, and that is why the name core comes in. Everything else
Right.
revolves around the core. And the data is generated from the core, it is analyzed and goes back to the core to improvise it.
Right.
So be here or be there, that's a choice which you can make. Both are good, both are lucrative. None of them is going to die.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.